Good evening, everyone. We've got an oldie but a goodie in here. We've got full-blown country this evening, and it's a little different from the first time we did a live together. We've got Pretty in the house, so this should be interesting. Let's see who we got in the chat. We've got Elaine and Rebecca Touched by Yarn. Dee's Homestead. I think that's new to me. I'm going to put that up. Paul Honeyman's in here and Cindy Brown. Mennonite Farms. Brampton Gardner. Why isn't it scrolling? Just a second. Why isn't it scrolling down? Real Talk with SLR. Hello. How are you doing? I need to send you guys a message, and I guess I found out from Drew that the best way to contact you is through Instagram, and I need to get a live with you guys as well as your brother. We got Patricia Hunter and 12 Stones Ranch. Kickapoo Crafty Cat. Thank you so much for showing up. Now we're going to bring Pooch and Pretty in here, or Pretty and Pooch, and get it going. Hello.
Howdy,
Hi,
howdy.
Brian.
Hey, Brian, everybody.
Full-blown country with Pretty and Pooch.
Yep.
I like that.
It's been a while since we were in here the last time together, but hopefully no snafu like we had then.
Boy, were we stiff when we first came in here, especially after you not having audio 5 seconds before we came in. You were like,
Yeah. The battery and the mic went dead.
yeah. Didn't you like didn't you do a, what do they call that?
Reboot?
Update too? You had to do an update real quick?
I was just frantically trying to figure out, and then I realized that the battery on the microphone had died, so I just had to replace the battery in it.
Working with Wiley is in the house. And Linda Peterson. While we're talking, I'll just put people's posts up there, or their, what do they call them? Chats.
Mm-hmm.
To acknowledge them.
That'd be great. And I see everybody. And if Pooch ain't acting his norm, it's because Pooch is a little bit under the weather. But
yeah, he won't be hot-headed tonight. Well, maybe he will be. Who knows?
You never know.
Maybe that doesn't stop him.
Yeah.
It could make it worse.
Pooch gets on a roll sometimes.
So we have the privilege of having Pretty in this one, and she's going to tell us about some of the things that she's doing as far as her radio program.
Yeah.
And so instead of me telling it, why don't you tell it?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Well, first of all, thank you for having us. I'm so happy to be.
Oh, I love you guys. I love you guys.
We love you too, Brian.
You're one of my favorites. You are definitely one of my favorites.
Thank you.
Right up there with MT Homestead.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. And John Wiggs, your comments are hilarious. But hi, everybody. We're super glad you are here. In terms of some of the things that I am doing, I obviously, everyone knows that I have my own, or most everyone here, I think, knows that I have my own radio show. It's with Joco Community Radio, and it goes live on Facebook on Monday evenings at 7 p.m. And then it's streamed out to podcasts all over the world, and also on YouTube. And when Mike asked me to come and join him on, Pretty and Pooch, as I started getting to know this community and people finding out that I had my own radio station or radio show called No Judgment Here, And some of the things that my radio show, or one of the reasons why I have my own radio show is, number one, it was a blessing. I was there as a guest.
What?
The radio show producer, I feel naked, Drew. As a guest on the radio show producer asked me if I would be interested in bringing my podcast to her radio station. And so I said, sure. And my goal, my purpose, I believe, is to let people come into the radio station and be who they are, speak how they wish, believe what they want to believe, but to come on and be transparent, vulnerable, raw, real, honest, and share their story. And a lot of people have come on. I mean, I've had the honor, seriously, of having couples come on, fighting alcoholism as a couple, homeless people, sex trafficked survivors, parents of their children that have been bullied. I had a segment of unsung young heroes where I had parents bring their littles in that were choosing to do some remarkable things with their lives at such a young age. And just, I can't even tell you how many people. I've been on the radio now for almost 3 years. It's been 2 years, 2.5 years now, but long story longer, I decided to, once we did Pretty and Pooch, I somehow, people were connecting with Mike and asking about maybe possibly sharing their story.
Mm-hmm. It opened up a lot of folks, actually.
Yes, within this, y'all, I hate to say y'all's group, but my new group, y'all's old group,
the community,
y'all's YouTube community. And so Eileen actually was one of the first that I connected with, and just last week, was it last week or the week before?
Mm-hmm.
Last week, she came on, as you saw, and shared her story, which then people started reaching out and saying they have a story of their own that they would love to share. And I'm excited that tomorrow night, it will be during the Pretty and Pooch hour. I've got to find my own time too, where I'm not running into anybody else or taking over anybody else's or overlapping or all that, to be respectful. But so tomorrow night it's going to be during the Pretty and Pooch hour, but it's going to be on my channel, No Judgment Here. And Gary Golden with Jailbait and
Tackle Outdoors
is coming on, and he has, it's a lot. He's got a great story of abuse as well to share.
Mm-hmm.
Piggy!
Yep, Piggy's here.
Piggy in the house. Hi, Piggy.
But, and even with this, we knew that that this type of show would probably trigger all kinds of different emotions in people. And it's actually done that. And the purpose of it was to definitely not exploit, judge anybody. It was intended to help others. We all have a past and a story, but it was mainly to let other folks know that, hey, you're not alone out there. There's a background for all of us. And I think myself, it helps those that care to speak and share. Not only does it help others, but it also helps them. That's what I found out a lot.
It hasn't. And I tell you, Gary will be very real and raw and honest. And he will say, I know that I can say this because he'll share it tomorrow, but he will say that after watching Eileen's story, that he said it brought up a lot of really hidden hurts, feelings and hurts and emotions. It really triggered a lot in him, but yet he reached out to us and offered to share. And I want him to have that opportunity. Anybody here that is listening on your channel, Brian is more than welcome to reach out to myself or to Mike if you want to come on and join. and it's not all just doom and gloom stories. I mean, like I said, I've had people come on and celebrate a lot of different things. But I've had cancer survivors. I've had people that are stage 4 cancer and on their last few months of living. I actually had scheduled a TikTok sensation. She was coming on just as she was scheduled to come on to my radio show. Her health took a kind of a nosedive. And unfortunately, even as we were communicating, as her health went down or
deteriorated.
Deteriorated. Sorry, I couldn't think of the right word. We continued to stay in touch on the phone, and I got to speak to her for the last time before she passed. Unfortunately, her cancer took her.
Let's go on with the big guy.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be a part of y'all's YouTube community, and we'll see how my YouTube channel goes. I mean, I have a little over 1,800 subscribers, and that was just.
It's been sitting dormant for a year or two, actually, too. So.
And it was actually just Tish Ross and family. So it was really just me and my daughter and my dog. And so I if you go to my channel, you're going to see that there's nothing there except for one video. I'm starting over with that channel. So I welcome anybody to come in and watch. But I noticed that there was somebody on the comments that said it's going to be a hard time to find a spot because so many people are live and within this group. So, you know, I mean, I'm not looking for notoriety. I'm not looking for numbers. For me, it's about a purpose, and my purpose is to serve God first. And if people want to go in later and watch it, cool. If not, that's okay too.
Well, you can consider going late night. There's probably go on after Ross or go on after Pooch.
Myself.
On Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday, Thursday.
Because we still want to have Pretty and Pooch, you know, because we are who we are.
Tomorrow, is it going to be you instead of Pooch, or is it going to be?
So just for tomorrow, it'll be on my station, hopefully. No judgment here. Mike will still be, or Pooch will still be with me monitoring comments because I don't like to be. I am focused on who I'm interviewing, and it's very hard. I get completely distracted and out of my zone, I guess, if I'm looking at comments. So Pooch is going to be there to help me sort of monitor those.
That's cool. What was I just going to say? Amanda, if you're listening, would you at least say hi in the chat so I know you're listening? That's my niece that I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Altruistic Farmstead is in the house, and let's see, who else did we miss? I don't think we missed too many people. T&J Homestead,
Teddy and Jessica,
Cindy Brown. I don't remember if I said hi to her or not. And Hat Creek Homestead is in the house.
Folks, we got to have
Evelyn.
Dinner with Neil and Beth, treasure hunter, this past week, Friday, and that was a surprise. They came down and
post for that
and visited with us, and we had some hard-ate barbecue, and that was just a nice, pleasureful evening with them folks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Are they in the chat? Did you see them?
I've seen them, yes, sir.
Oh,
okay, Cindy.
Beth Cornett is in here.
Okay, yeah. Saturday. Yep. There's Beth Cornett. Is there a link? Yeah, I think somebody's sharing the link. Elaine.
Yeah, and like I said, right now, if you go to my link, you're going to see, I think there's one video of what COVID was like when we were going to the world was going to the grocery store, standing in line. And so that is the only video on there now, because like I said, prior to that, a lot of the videos were just of my dog and my daughter and I. I really don't know how we reached 1,800 people.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Man, you got 1,800
subscribers. I
something
really don't
subscribers
know how
on here.
that
What in the
happened.
world?
I still can't get over that post that that your daughter and Pooch did. Pew pew pew.
Oh my God.
I think actually, I think that one's what set them up.
Okay.
Oh, really?
I think so, because the views on that was sky high.
I don't think so. But
Yeah,
There's
it's
Treasure
like-
Hunter.
hey,
Neil.
hi guys.
I had a phone call. He had a phone call. And Bar Run Forge is in here. I think did I say hi to him already? I'm not sure.
Good to see all you folks in here.
No,
There's
he-
a lot of people
Howdy, howdy, howdy. So he must have just got here.
Yeah. And Pooch actually got to go fishing day before or Monday, you know, and I don't know. I've had a little bit of bad luck lately with audio. Why I don't know, but I got out and recorded some stuff. The videos I'd posted this past weekend, and then I finally got myself up and enough together to go fishing. I went to one of my favorite ponds, and I haven't been fishing since this time, probably 2018. But I took my drone, I took some drone video, and then I actually fished. And I get home that night and upload it, and I'll be danged if for some odd reason the audio didn't transfer over. I don't know if it wasn't recording or if it just didn't transfer over, but that was twice that had happened. So
What's the deal?
I don't know. I've reset my GoPro and all of that now, so maybe it'll work. It's weird because I can record something and then go back and look at it, and it's playing back on my card in the GoPro. But the minute I go to put it in the disc to upload it, I don't know if it's losing it or what. Who knows? But I have reset now, so hopefully that'll clear up.
I almost thought MT Homestead was still on. But it's just replaying over and over and over. No way.
And if you folks didn't catch us in the beginning, I've been battling being a little bit sick, so I might lean over and sneeze or cough just so I'm not coughing all over you and her.
Don't be coughing on me. Oh.
You have quite a few people in the house, Brian. You always tend to have a large group.
Because this is family night, and a lot of these people watch everything that's on Wednesday. And then of course MT Homestead always tells everybody to come over here. So I always think
That's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's
they
awesome.
do that each channel all the way up the chain. You got Possum Run Ranch, then or is she Homestead or Ranch? I forget. I always mix up the ranches and the homesteads. And then you've got SLR and Come On Homestead, MT Homestead, and me. I chose to top it off. I thought that I would go late night because JB Conway, when I was at Shoot Dang, said somebody's got to do some late night stuff because there's a lot of us up and we don't have anything to watch. But this isn't really all that late, actually. For Central, it's only 9 to 10. It's
Mm-hmm.
late for me. It would be 10. It's 10 to 11, but I'm a night owl, so I took her up on that idea. And I give her credit for putting that seed in my head, too. At least that part of it. Then MT Homestead kind of somehow they snuck in there and inspired me to do it.
Well, a lot of folks have inspired a lot of folks too. So that's the beauty of it all, you know?
Yeah, you and I, that was your first live, wasn't it?
Yes. And actually, you know, when I first started even doing YouTube was probably, well, I'd done a video or two prior to Shoot Dang, and that was my first live event too. So, you know, but a lot of folks around here just kicked it off and then for myself, you know, and we do a lot of heat commercial printing, t-shirts and merch stuff. So that wasn't really what I wanted my channel to be about, but a lot of people like it. So,
you know, you think that people would be bored of that, but you know, I've seen you do several videos where you're pressing shirts, and each one of them feels fresh.
yeah.
And I enjoy watching it. Those are some of my favorite ones that you do, although I like all of them. So keep doing it.
I just did.
And I love it. You're doing it in time lapse.
Yeah, I just did the. I'm sure some folks in this chat in this live are in the Last Chance Cook-Off that's going on, and I have a video I got to get up to next week, so I'm involved with it, and I've actually donated some aprons and hats for that, so that'll be fun.
Oh, somebody put up your no judgment.
Thank you.
Is that the No. Oh, that's you.
Oh, I was thanking Piggy. Piggy said it.
And I thought somebody had posted the link. Could somebody do that?
I believe Elaine had posted it a little bit ago.
Oh, she did? So I should be looking for Elaine?
Yeah, Elaine.
It's Eileen.
Eileen.
Is what she told us. It's Eileen. Like Eileen on Jesus is the way that.
Yes.
But she gave some great advice up here. She said, you know, just do a live and thanks, Piggy. Piggy, you're just the sweetest. Thank you so much. But she said, if you try to wait and find a live or time to do a live, you'll never find one. So you just do one. And if somebody wants to watch, then great. If not, that's great too. And again, I'm not doing it for notoriety and like, you know, no one else is, but I want people to have the opportunity. And if I can use my platform, whether it's on the radio or on YouTube or on podcasts, then that's what I want to do. So, Brian, where are you sitting right now? What?
This is the office inside the barn.
Oh, okay.
Surprise.
What's going on?
Oh, there's Pop.
How you doing, Pooch?
Hey, Papa.
Surprise.
I am good, sir. And how are you?
Just
Here,
fine.
you can sit in that one.
Good, good. Him and I had a good chat back when, and boy, just always think of Papa now.
Yeah.
And I've noticed you've been coming in and chatting, and
This is only the second time.
Yeah.
He did it for well, now they're 3 Mississippi, and he's wearing a shirt. We are decked out.
Y'all are decked
I got
out.
all dressed up for you, Pooch. Hey, Tish, how you doing?
Hi,
Thank you.
good. It's nice to meet you.
I want to say hello. I want to say hello to all the wonderful people in the chat. I can't see the chat, so because of my close-up vision and all that, but I'm here. I'm ready to support. I'm ready to. I've been supporting you guys ever since I've known you, and all the others, M&T, and all the other people on the YouTube family. So,
Well, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you, and that's awesome. Always good to see you, and sure we'd like to pull up a chair again sometime and just have a chat.
Oh, you'll get to.
Yeah.
You'll get to. I'll drag him down there again.
Well, that'd be great.
I'll drag him down there again.
You know, let's put that to rest, because I've told people that he drove, but he does not like to be a passenger. He hates being a passenger.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not my fault. That's not my fault.
I kind of like being a passenger now, so if I can get her to drive and let me ride and look around.
Dad, we got a lot of people in this live tonight.
I know.
It's packed.
That's
SLR is in here.
I've seen a lot of folks in here actually.
Get down. There's Drew.
Yep. Drew's been in here,
and Tree Haven's in here.
And what's really cool for myself, actually, and even in my lives, some of
12
seeing
Stone
the other channels coming in, you know, and I fully get and understand that you can't watch them all. And as hard as I tried to, I can't watch them all either. But, you know, I like at least scroll around and at least leave a comment or a thumbs up and let them know, hey, but it's hard to watch them all. And if you did, you wouldn't get nothing done yourself.
We do live because we
Well, most of the people don't
See,
realize that.
SLR did.
Yeah, most of the people don't realize, but I'm in there. I'm looking at them all the time. So I might not make a comment, but just remember I'm there.
It's funny because I don't, you know, I'm surprised sometimes when I bring something up and he goes, yeah, I saw it. You know, because this is something that I do it all the time, is watch these channels. So I'm informed as to what's going on, especially the people that I'm going to have on.
Mm-hmm.
You are easy. I know all your stuff. I know everything about you.
Yeah. I'm I guess open book too. And I hadn't been doing it all that long. So I think I'm February. So not even a year yet. But you know, it's fun to learn and I really enjoy it. And then I sit and think, what in the world have I done? But you know, I work full time, and working full time and trying to do t-shirts, hats, and pressing and all of that stuff, and then trying to do YouTube videos and take care of responsibilities here is involves a lot of time. And I'm in healthcare, so facilities management, and it runs me ragged. But I enjoy doing this. I enjoy doing our shirts too, but you know, every once in a while you just got to take a break. And I would rather do the videos and stuff like this than any of it else. So your prize was mailed today. Oh, okay, that's yeah. And boy, just trying to learn it all too. So.
Well, you know, the chemistry between you two and all the work that you do and together, it's what makes you guys attractive in this community.
Well,
really
thank
does.
y'all. Yeah,
I love watching you guys together.
Yeah, we have fun together, and I just thought it would be a good idea to Pretty and Pooch one day, and I thought, hey, babe, come sit out here with me and let's do this. And then all of a sudden, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Pretty and Pooch, and
Oh, babe, that's
a lot of
thing.
channels.
That's your thing.
There are a lot of channels like that. It amazes me how well these
excuse me,
husbands and wives work together, like Simple Life Reclaimed and
sure enough,
Country
a
Road.
lot of good stuff.
All these channels, they just work so well. They'd have to in order to do a YouTube channel and build a house at the same time. I mean,
yeah.
I know that I'm not married or anything, but I got my dad I'm working with, and
yeah, I work for him.
I don't know if we're the best team, but but we do good. We do it.
Yeah, you guys look like you make a great team
somehow.
I'm sure it's comical sometimes.
Well, it's hard working with him because he has the blue. When we're working on the house, he has a blueprint in his head. I don't know what's in his head, and so I can hand him a hammer, but he has. I don't. It's sometimes it's frustrating.
I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. How am I going to explain to you what I don't know?
I don't know. Just it always comes out beautiful. So I don't fight it. I go along pretty much with what he wants.
Yeah, I've never drawn anything. I don't think I've ever drawn anything on paper to explain what I wanted to do or anything. It's all out of my head. And sometimes at night I'd be flipping boards and figuring out how the trim's supposed to go together and everything. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, it's kind of like me though. I just go for it, and I don't know what I'm doing all the time either. So
yeah,
but you know,
still beam. It's ugly, but it's good.
And I like
good. You can put some weight on. You can bang your head on that all day.
Sure can. But I like wrenching on stuff too, so I kind of just do whatever I'm getting into that day. I don't always record it, but I probably need to. The heat and all has been crazy this year, so that's been my fallback is the heat, and I don't handle the heat as well as I used to.
I don't know how you guys do that because we get 85 degrees and I'm not outside. I'm not outside at 85, but it's humid here. It's pretty humid. But we worked in the heat a lot in our lives, and we're just done with it.
Yeah,
that's me.
Yeah.
I sure have.
Especially Papa, he worked at Ford Motor Company, and not only was it hot out in the summertime, but the plant was boiling and on top of it. Did you ever clock any temperatures in that place?
I never carried a thermometer, but I knew it was hot.
What did you do there?
I worked assembly for a while, and then I worked in inspection and utility.
How long did you work there?
32 and a half years.
Whoa, yeah.
I thought it was 34.
Yeah, the last 17 while I was working on, I owned the farm here and worked on the farm. So I had 2 jobs.
Yeah.
I think that was 34 years, Dad, because you got credit for those
32 and a half years. That's it. Period.
Okay.
Anyway.
Good long time though.
And so what do you guys have on your farm? What do you guys farm? What do you have?
Great.
Right now we only have the grapes and a few pots of tomatoes.
36 acres of grapes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How cool.
That's actually not a huge farm because there's some people out here that have like 200 acres and stuff, and that's crazy. I couldn't imagine, but they have more people helping too.
Where do the grapes go when y'all harvest?
Now
to the
we
plant.
don't don't tell that, but everybody knows what that company is.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Just curious though.
You just thought you would try to get me to say it, didn't you?
Yeah, well,
you know the answer to that, I think.
I was thinking Raisin Bran cereal.
Yeah, we eat that too.
Yeah.
I doubt very much the Raisin Bran because I think those are probably some kind of a Thompson seedless type grape that they make.
Yeah, I just had to say it.
Funny guy.
Yes, sir.
Did I say Beth Cornett?
Yes, sir, you did.
Well, I'll say it again. Doesn't hurt to say it again.
And T&J and Drew and Farm Nuggets, and there's been a lot scrolling through. And see, that's always my thing when I get on live. I'm sorry, I don't pay attention that close to the chats. I'm too busy rambling and rattling on, and it's just I tend not to look at it and stuff goes on.
I use the what do they call that underneath the screen where they just so I could at least acknowledge that people are there when you're talking. You don't want to interrupt people and say, "Hey, Tree Haven."
Yes, right. Yeah, that's a good tool to use. But yeah, and most other than maybe the lives that she'll do with guests, but when I'm doing live, I'm just rambling. I might watch when I first come in, but after that, my mouth's just a rolling. So, and you can probably feel my intensity or whatever slowly creeping as we get further into that show. But stuff comes out of my head random, so.
Yeah.
It's still interesting though.
Yeah.
Papa and I'll sit there and we were listening to what yesterday was it? One of your lives, and you were talking about a lot about us actually for some reason. And he says that guy can talk. Man,
I do have the gift of gab.
He said he could talk to a post.
Oh yeah, I'll talk to a fence post.
He can.
I don't go nowhere where somebody doesn't approach, or at least I think they approach me and want to talk. So of course I'm going to oblige them, and I'm going to start talking to them. And by the time we're done, we know everything about each other.
I don't know this one. Do you?
Barbara Sure. No, I do not, but howdy, howdy.
And Simply Jan is in the house too.
Yep, I've seen Simply Jan pass through. Good evening, ma'am.
Oh, and formerly known as Button Nugget
Yep,
in the house.
farm nuggets are here.
Tiny Farm Nuggets. I like Butt Nuggets better.
There's some good folks in there.
You'll always be Butt Nuggets to me.
Yeah.
Lindsay Scott.
Oh,
Lindsay-
I put Irene Turner up. Is she the twin? Is she one of the twins? Because there was two Irenes that I talked to. I'm pretty sure that that's Irene from Ohio.
I'm not
And we
sure.
ran into, it's funny when we were driving home from Shoot Dang, it was about 7 hours into the ride, and we ran into her at a rest stop.
Barbara Sure said she's a new subscriber to this channel.
That's awesome. Welcome.
Great. Great. And Lindsay Scott, we saw, for some reason that name sounds familiar.
Lindsay Scott is Drew's girlfriend.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I was thinking.
She is in the house.
Yep. She's got that C10 truck.
She just got to Utah. She had some really bad layover problems trying to get to Drew the other day. Because Drew is my next week. I have Drew, and we've been talking the last couple of days, and they were having a really hard time getting Lindsay to him. But she got here about 4 o'clock California time, I think. Well, Utah time.
Yeah, Drew's been on an amazing journey.
She made it. Yay.
Good.
So that's going to be fun next week when I have them on. I'm interested in talking to them firsthand on what they're experiencing. She must be staying there for like a week and a half or 2 weeks. I'm not sure. I didn't ask him.
Huh.
Cat Fur for Kitten Britches is in the house. I don't know if I said hi to her yet.
Shocked FBC didn't know who you were.
Shocked. Well, I did. It just wasn't registering.
Thank you, John.
He knew the face.
I knew. And then once you said, I'm like, oh, that's it.
Scott threw him off.
Yeah.
Because we don't know people's last names.
Because I like her truck too. That's awful cool what you did with that pickup of your dad.
That was a beautiful little video. And I'll admit it, I was crying.
Man, yeah.
Bawling.
Yep.
I'll have to show you that later. It was good.
Okay.
Yep.
What video?
She fixed her truck.
For her dad.
Oh.
She fixed her father's truck up. And and the song she picked for it. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I have to show it to you. It's good.
Let's see. Oh, Deborah half of a tiny farm nugget. Oh. She's half of a butt nugget. Okay.
I wish we could get Dog Man Homestead in here.
Oh, look at Piggy. Piggy's so sweet. He says that full-blown country pooch, you're a blessed man. You look at Pretty all the time.
Thank you. Yep.
Thanks, Piggy. Sweet.
Yeah, you guys found each other to set each other straight, didn't you?
And I'm not worthy, let me tell you.
We I'm just kidding, baby. We did. We're blessed, that's for sure. It just happened, huh?
Yeah. We went to school together and all of that, but really, I mean, I knew her and
I knew who he was. I didn't know him, but I knew who he was. But
that's odd.
He's
Not
just
odd.
he was a bad boy in school. I just heard, I mean, I never talked to him. I don't think.
If something crazy was involved, it was usually my making and doing.
And good evening at Simply Jan Homestead. But I would always hear, like, if something bad would happen, that I would hear Mike Ross's name. So, and I was opposite of Mike. Mike was a troublemaker and I was a rule follower. And so God knew not to put us together then, because it wouldn't have worked.
It probably wouldn't have. I mean, you meet people in your life and you realize what their lives were like and your lives were like when you were younger. And it's a good thing we didn't meet then.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
Yep, I was one of those kind of guys. And am I proud of it? No, but at the time, it sure was fun.
And how long have you been together?
9.5 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, about 9. We'll be married 9 years in February. So yeah.
How was it that you actually ended up connecting when you first met up and started dating?
You want to explain it, or?
Well, a mutual friend of Mike and I was attending the church that I attend. He still attends there, but I happen to work for my church, and so I was on a prayer chain, and every prayer request that anybody submitted, I would see. And Mike and I's friend Brian, it's a good name, Brian. He had submitted a prayer request for Mike. He said, "Hey, pray for my friend Mike Ross. He just recently had a great loss." He didn't go into details. So anyway, I saw Brian at church, and I just asked Brian what had happened, and he goes, "Well, it's not my place to say." But I said, "Well, let him know that I'm praying for him." Well, one night out of the blue, I was on Facebook, and I really don't know how Mike and I became Facebook friends. I really don't know. We don't know each other. We just became Facebook friends.
Probably just because group of people we knew from school and all. And, Facebook was back then.
But I noticed that he was on Facebook. It looked like he was on Facebook.
Hey, dog man, glad you made it in here, sir. Love that man's stuff too.
And so I messaged him, and I just let him know that I was praying for him. And then we just started talking, and he asked if I wanted to meet him out, and I said, "Sure." I mean,
go to a Ranger game together or concert, something first.
No, we met at.
Well, yeah, we met at a local place, and mind you, we hadn't seen or heard or talked to each other. What? Almost 30 years since high school.
Yeah, I mean, I never talked to you.
Well, yeah, but But anyway. 30 years, and then all of a sudden we cross paths again.
Yeah.
Do you remember much of seeing each other in the halls?
I do. You know what's funny?
You got a crush
when
on
we were first kind of dating, and we went to my mom's house for some reason. I don't remember, but my mom had some picture books out that actually was sorting through of some of my stuff. And because, well, it's a whole other story. But anyway, she spots a school picture.
And I said,
in a big box that my mom had from childhood memories of me and my brother and whatnot.
And I saw it, and I said, "Why does your mom have a picture of me in my 6th grade class?" And Mike said, "Well, if you look at the very top row on the far left, you'll know why. Because I saw myself in this picture, my class, and I looked up at the very top row, far left, and Mike was in my class. I never knew. We never knew each other. Was in our 6th grade together."
Yeah.
We never talked to each other.
You've got to post some of those pictures online. That would be really cool for people to see.
But
that would be the only one of us together.
Yeah, maybe. But it was funny because the look on her face. Why?
Well, you had the class picture. I'm talking about class pictures.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Our class pictures.
Yeah.
Our class pictures.
Yeah.
Funny.
Let's
oh
find
my
them.
gosh! You don't want to see me when I was in high school.
You know,
Mike had hair. It was long and permed.
Oh gosh, yeah, I had some long, thick hair back in the day.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting Mike's only like 3 years older than me, so he was pretty much. You guys are pretty much in the same.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what did you graduate in '85?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was '89, so. Yeah, we're not that much different in age.
Right? Yeah. But it was a long time, and that was a pretty funny thing, though. I remember we'll forget that. Why does your mom have a picture of me? And I was like, well, hell, there I am. But I do remember her. I mean, I knew who she was, too, through school. So, I mean, I have some specific memories of her in like junior high and whatnot, even though because we were in a couple other classes I think together. I don't remember if we were or weren't, but I do remember her in school and all of that, so just didn't really know her.
I just heard of you.
Yeah,
I saw him, but I all the bad things that were happening, I heard Mike Ross was involved.
Yeah, I was.
That's why you didn't know him, because you stayed away from him.
Exactly.
I always had some antics going on. Back in the day, they were called Hellraisers, and I was amongst the Hellraising group. So,
wait a minute. What is your last name? Your maiden name? Last maiden name?
Mendoza.
And he's Ross. So you couldn't have been that far away in the roster, could you? Wouldn't you have had like homerooms and stuff together?
Well, if we did, I don't remember anymore. Just a long time ago. And Pooch has done a lot of stuff since then.
There's JB Conway. We were talking about you earlier.
I'm sure you were, dog man, because your personality is kind of a lot like mine.
You're right, John Wiggs. You are exactly right.
What did he say?
He said she heard, stay away from this guy. He ain't nothing but trouble.
Yeah. JB Conway, yep, she's in here. But cool. Yeah, it was a good time, and I was fortunate for us to cross paths again. And once we did, and we started dating, it was on then. So we spent a lot of time together, doing all kinds of stuff.
Creekside Maples. I've been chatting with him lately, and he's going to do a live with me as soon as they get done moving. And they're going through some rush stuff to get moved, and he's feeling the crunch.
I hate that.
Everybody's got to go check this channel out. Creekside Maples.
Pooch is pretty. Well, right, Piggy. I do remember specific things about her. I think of course, back then I wasn't really chasing girls or nothing back then, and
no, you had some girlfriends.
I had some girlfriends, but I don't know why I didn't try to pursue you or whatever. I don't know why I didn't ask her to go with me. That was the saying back then. Will you go with me? And I always thought, where the heck are you going?
Together.
Well, yeah, going together. Okay, where are we gonna go? But
she would have ran the other way. She knew about you. You want to get going?
Yeah, I want to say good night to Pooch, and you too, Trish. Very nice to meet you.
Oh, it was so nice to meet you.
I want to go so I can go over and look at the chat and read the things for different people and everything, and I'll be listening.
Gotcha.
Good night.
Good night, sir. And it's always good to see you and hear you.
Nice to see you. Bye now.
Thank you for surprising him.
Yes.
We'll see you later, Brian.
All righty. See you in the
And
morning.
wearing my shirt.
Yeah,
Too.
so sweet.
Yep. Well, see, when you were giving out shirts at the table, you didn't have one my size because I'm too big or something.
Well,
So
everything
you
I
got
had
extra
went
large. I
quick.
said, I'll take one for Papa.
Yeah,
That was
everything I
before you
had
met-
went quick that day.
And that was before you met Papa. You didn't
Yeah.
meet Papa the first day, did you? You met him the second day, right?
Actually sat and talked with him second day. Yeah.
Well, I know you sat and talked with him for a good while.
Oh yeah, it was awesome too.
John, I was a track star, actually. I didn't need Mike. I was on, as a freshman, I was on the varsity team. I actually was a track star, so I didn't need Mike.
She ran track. She was a cheerleader, and what else? Gymnast.
Oh, she was one of those. She was out of your league.
She actually was. She just retired from instructing gymnastics. What, 6, 7, 8 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah, I coached gymnastics and still on the beam, still on the bars, the uneven bars, that is. And loved it. I love coaching. I loved running track. I was a cheerleader, but I don't know. I loved it. I really loved cheering, but
And Pooch played ball, football, baseball, high school rodeo, and usually was at the lake or the party spot, as we would say.
My last 2 years of high school, I was in the art room so much that people forgot that I was in their class.
oh, are you artistic? And
Yeah, I went to school. I went to Columbus College of Art and Design after high school.
oh,
for 2 years.
nice.
I didn't finish it, but I did go to a community college and get my credits as with an associate's.
And so, do you sketch, paint, draw?
I build a house. You know, and now I'm doing this, and you know what? This actually strikes off all the boxes of things that I love. I do thumbnails. I do the just the media arts that you're doing while you're doing your videos and editing. I love it. And I think I was always good at drawing and painting, but I wasn't in love with it. I was not in love with it, but this I am. I love this. And then you get a community on top of it. It's just amazing. It's like really checking off all my bucket list stuff that I wanted to do.
Oh, that's. How about music? Do you have any musical interests or?
I can't sing worth a bleep, but
Excuse me.
but I did put a couple of little ditties that I wrote out on my YouTube channel.
Is that right?
Yeah, she likes my beard and my wagon wheel fell off.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I can't, like I said, I can't sing, so I did it with the intention of it being more comical.
Got
than, like no American Idol winner here. I'll tell you.
What about instruments? Do you play what instruments? No?
Never was interested in that. But like I said, in high school, I was in the art room. I actually talked the English teacher into letting me go to the art room. I probably figured I wasn't going to do any good in the English class. She didn't know at the time, but I was dyslexic. I found that out after going to college.
How did you find out?
I got
And I asked
frustrated.
because I believe my son is.
This would be a good topic for you to come up with, is dyslexia.
Mm-hmm.
And talk about that, because it's not, for some reason it gets sloughed over in the schools. When I was in school, somebody with dyslexia was considered
Special ed.
needed remedial help. Well, I needed help with dyslexia, and it saddens me sometimes, because for myself and a lot of other people with dyslexia, is because a lot of them are smart. a lot of these people are really smart, and they're usually artistic.
Right.
But it damages your self-confidence.
Yes.
And you feel like you're stupid because you can't. What's in common with all your classes? Even art classes had stuff that you had to do that was English related, and writing papers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it just made school miserable in that.
I can imagine. I mean, because I'm ADD, my son is ADHD, and we too were also considered to be needing extra help. I couldn't focus. Neither one of us, my son and myself, my son is also dyslexic. He didn't find out until he was in college as well. And it is
excuse me.
You feel like an idiot because everybody else is getting it and you're not. But I can't stay focused long enough to get it. If it's boring, I'm out.
You know, I was in a college English class. Sometimes I can't believe I even went to college with the struggles that I had with English or in writing and reading. You know, the thing of it is, all my English teachers said, man, you write such great stuff, but your spelling sucks.
My English teacher thought is not a good one because I have a younger brother, and of course he followed me. He was a few years back, but he followed me. And anytime I specifically had one English teacher that when my brother hit her class and she asked him, are you Mike Ross's brother? And of course he says, yeah. And she immediately told him, you're not in my class.
Oh, you asked me, how did I find out? Well,
yes.
After I got to the point where I decided not to go to Columbus College of Art and Design anymore because I was struggling with my academic classes. And one of my last academic classes was an English class. You know, in the creative writing, I actually did pretty good. I got a C in it, which was for English is good for me, especially in an English class, English in college. But what was I going to say about that? I was really struggling with that last English class because it was literature and they wanted us to read stuff like Shakespeare and like, who wants to read that stuff?
Yeah.
At any rate, I went to the teacher kind of begging for her to pass me that semester. And she says, you know, your grades are really bad. And I don't think I can do that. And she says, well, what do you think your problem is? And I says, I've always struggled with reading and writing. And she goes, well, read to me. And she gave me a book and said, here, read this paragraph. And she goes, you're dyslexic.
Wow.
She says, you're dyslexic. You really need to go be tested for dyslexia. So, you know,
wow.
I did. When I got home, I went to the Fredonia State College and I got a hold of somebody to test me. And of course, sure enough, that's what it was all this time. Could have been solved. And you know, the thing of it is, there's techniques and ways to deal with that. I never went through those techniques, but just through the years, you know, I got into politics quite a bit and started reading a lot of articles, and that just improved my reading skills. So now I'm kind of fine with it. And I thought these chats would be really bad, but with having a guest, you're not really supposed to be focusing on the chats all that much anyway, because you have a guest and you're talking. But I've found a way to deal with it the best I can.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I'd definitely chime in on that conversation about people with dyslexia.
Yeah, I think having people with dyslexia and ADD, ADHD, I also believe that ADD and ADHD can sometimes go hand in hand. But I know for sure that my son being ADHD, and dyslexic. I know that's why he spent a lot longer in college than just 4 years, because it was just a struggle. It was just a struggle for him.
And, I watched a video about explaining why the school systems don't deal with dyslexia very well. And they clearly said, she basically said, if you wanted an electrician to do your house, you would hire a general contractor. But in the same, what do you call it? If you use an example of reading and writing with dyslexia, you would not hire a general contractor, which a teacher is usually, to teach somebody who has dyslexia, just like you wouldn't hire an electrician that's a general contractor to do your stereo and smart house system.
Wow.
And so that's what they did. They threw you in the dummy class and you felt like a dummy all the way through school.
Yeah. Wow.
So I'll get off that subject.
No, but that's good stuff. That is good stuff.
Yeah, it is.
It is a great show.
And I was talking to one of, I won't say his name, but he started teaching school, and I asked him, were you trained to deal with people who have dyslexia? And he goes, no, we're not trained to deal with those specific issues. And it's like, do you have a program in your school where, they could at least hire somebody.
Yeah, right.
Students.
Right.
Trained in that. I don't know. Okay, I've said enough. So did we miss anybody else? Because I just saw a belt loop in here.
Yep, saw belt loop come through. And
Baroque Cowgirl Homestead. She wasn't in here earlier. Hello. Thank you for stopping by. Creekside Maples has been in here the whole time. I think I'm going to really enjoy I just started chatting with them. I think their story and just talking to them will be a lot of fun. Interesting. Our family can definitely relate to moving in a big situation like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, Belt Loop 29. It's very interesting to me, and I believe that there are many people who have felt dumb or even labeled that and treated as such, which then in turn does a lot of damage to your self-esteem, your self-confidence. I mean, it's very interesting to me.
Well, that's why it took me 5 years to start a YouTube channel, because I knew that there was going to be stuff that had to be, you had to learn through reading what you're doing and everything. And it just really, and also the scared to talk live or even be on camera. And even now, even still, I look at the camera and I'm supposed to, talk to the viewers through this little dot here. And that throws me sometimes. Still, still to this day. So I usually try to video what's out there and talk instead of having it right on my face. But
Brian, you do an excellent job. I would never have known that you were nervous at first.
Go look at my first video. That'll tell you everything.
Well, you do a great job. You do.
You sure do.
And I'm so happy to have been.
And so does Mike. And I'd like to see you in some of those videos a little more, the creative ones.
Gotcha.
You got to get her in there, Mike.
Yeah, I do. We'll get in there. We're just
show us what Pretty can do.
What's that?
Show us what Pretty can do.
Yeah, I mean we're both just pretty booked up most of the time with something. I mean,
Yeah.
And my work, I get called at all kinds of different times and hours, middle of the night, so that disrupts me. And then she's pretty busy as well most of the time, but you know, we'll get out there and start doing some stuff again soon.
Wow, Cindy, wow, that's
Very good.
amazing.
Like,
DD Clayton. I'm not familiar with that one. Are you?
No.
Hello. Thanks for coming in, DD Clayton.
Yeah.
Huh. Give a chance that is not buying it, but damn it. Huh. Awesome.
Speech.
My wife just started channel generously.
So how you feeling, Pooch? You seem like you're perky.
Oh, you know, my head is so stopped up and just.
You know, do you ever take mucus relief pill? That works for me. And it's the same thing. It's like the off brand of Mucinex. You go to the store and you do?
I was actually taking it this week and also wasn't working all that great. So I started taking some Benadryl because I'm telling you, just the pressure in my head and eyes and head. I thought maybe it was from me mowing because I mowed this past weekend a little bit after all the rain. And I thought maybe that's what kicked up, but I don't know. But it kicked my butt, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I haven't felt great at all.
Well, that's true. Do you feel like it's related to what you've been dealing with in the past months, or is it just being sick?
I think it just got sick of something right now. I mean, I don't know if y'all could tell, but I'm stopped up and
Mama and Papa weren't feeling good about 3 weeks ago. And I told Mom she's got to have bronchitis because she's got this cough that the deep cough is gone, but it's still in her throat. And it's like an annoying tickle cough. Mm-hmm. And I said, hey, you got bronchitis because that can go for a month or two easily.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely, I've had to put off my other doctor visits because of it, you know, so trying to get into a cardiologist, and every time I get the opportunity, something happens. And here I've been sick now, and they dang sure don't want you in there when you're sick. So,
Is that Louise?
Mm-hmm.
Louise Costa.
Uh-huh.
Now she's new to me. I do not know who this is.
I'm not sure either.
Welcome to our live, and I thank you for saying it's a nice one.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
But you know, my subscribers have slowly been ticking up here lately, so that's a good thing as well. And
speaking of that, while we have 32 people in the house, you tell them what your schedule is. Just start and tell your schedule with Pretty and Pooch and yours, so people know to check you out. I know you're having something different this Thursday, but explain the typical.
Well, Pretty and Pooch is the live we have on Thursday nights, 7 p.m. And then I have a live Sunday night at 7 p.m. where I just come on the live and start rambling and rattling off about anything and who knows what. I may have a topic, but I do bounce around a lot. And the Pretty and Pooch show is when we first started that. I told her, I was like, I kind of want something that's a little halfway serious or whatever. And that's kind of where the No Judgment Here, which was her show already, we did a live with actually Eileen on there. And so, but that's progressed enough to where, and I know she needs to do that on her own channel. She is super good at doing that. So Pretty and Pooch show probably just be random stuff with us sitting out on the porch. I mean, because we cut up sometimes, and
that needs a specific focus.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah,
it really does, and you could be really helping out people that are struggling with some of those issues.
Right, and you know, maybe I've thought too, I'd like to get some guests up at some point as well. Not be and just an informal kind of type fun time with live. And again, like I said, my channel's starting to it's gained a little bit of traction, and which is good. I'm really pushing to get to that 500 mark to have that community tab so I can share out other folks as well and all that good nice stuff, because I'm all about helping other people too, and I think that'd be great to have that tag.
Give it a couple of months and have me on.
Exactly.
You wouldn't want to do it right away because we just doing one right now, but
yeah,
I give it a couple of months and have me on. I'd love to be on your live.
Well, it could happen, and some of you folks out there that are watching, you never know.
Have 12 Stones on your live.
12 Stones and John Wiggs, and
you guys, you and 12 Stones. I'm putting you on a spot. You should do a live together in person.
Well, a couple times for sure, we wanted and tried to get together. I think one weekend we were already in, it had something going on, a prior commitment, and then I'm not sure what on the last one. I think I had to go out of town, I think. But we've definitely tried a couple times, and yeah, I'd love to be able to connect with him someday. I know we'll be at the Pine Cove Fest at the end of September.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do a live with each other, or
we're going to be out there for that. So,
hey, I have a question before I know where I probably need to hop off and go. But so on my radio show, it's live internet radio show, and then it's uploaded to YouTube and also to other podcasts. But on that format, people can talk and cuss and say
just
all kinds of things.
Colorful language.
Yeah, and also talk about very sensitive topics. But I heard that, I don't know, but what are the rules and limitations in terms of this
language
stream? What are the no-nos, I guess, in StreamYard? No, just right here with Josh. How does he get any rest with such a pretty thing around him? Oh, it's the same as me. I sleep, but do so knowing how blessed I am to have such a beauty next to me. Oh, Piggy, you must have taken a sweet pill or something today. That is just the sweetest thing.
But yeah, I think she's curious about the profanity use on her channel. And
because I don't care.
And I don't know if YouTube looks down on that or either. So if anybody knows.
Yeah, if anybody knows, please let us.
I've heard a few F-bombs the last couple days. So
yeah.
So I don't think I
got you.
Watch a lot of things that have swearing in it. But obviously you're not going to have it for children anyway because it's not childlike content. So I don't think you'll have a problem with it. And if they did, they would alert you to it.
And you know what, Dogman? I don't understand that. Like for me, and I guess it's because I'm so used to being on internet radio where you can talk about any topic. You can use whatever language you want to. And the reason why language doesn't bother me is because I think it doesn't bother me. I don't cuss a lot. I have been known to drop a couple of foul words, but he's worse than I am.
I bet.
But I'm just so used to having free reins. Like we are not our hands aren't slapped by the FCC on internet radio. You can be who you are, and I appreciate that. I enjoy having people come on and be who they are. I just don't know what the limitations are. I don't know with it being on YouTube, but Linda Peterson says no swearing, cussing at all on YouTube.
I could imagine Pooch with that fence post.
Let's see. Can I see
bleep and bleep?
Yeah. I haven't seen what the flock in here, so
Yeah, how are they getting away with that?
well, it's flock, like flock of sheep, but
MT Homestead was supposed to have What the Flock on their live Sunday at 2 Central, but they didn't have any electricity.
oh
Oh.
yeah,
Or not electric. I don't know that their electricity was out, but their internet was.
internet.
So they're
Nice
going to
to
have
know,
them.
twins.
Speaking of that, they're going to have them on this next Sunday at 2. What the
God,
fuck?
man, I cuss and drink.
He says he lots. It doesn't bother me that if people cuss. I mean,
Yeah, it says not monetized yet, but when you do, the advertisers won't put ads on your video.
It's best not to.
Yeah, probably try to keep it somewhat clean, I guess, but it's kind of hard to hit the old bleep button.
You know, when you're sitting there going,
John.
I see you cussing.
clickety click. Yeah, that would be hard when you've got somebody who's on that you can't control with the swearing. You just have to tell them before you go live that you really gotta not swear and just have that a general blanket statement for anybody you have with.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if it's on obviously on YouTube, but on my radio station, there are no limits. I kind of like that because people can be who they are, but
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there a delay? Well, I guess that would be kind of a sophisticated system to be able to bleep out stuff even if you had like a 5 to 10 second delay and somebody said the F-bomb, you could click it out before it got there or something. I don't know.
I'm not that fast.
And you'd have to hit it just right too.
Yep. Poop once.
What?
So Drew's Lands.
That's the first sentence in my next video.
I mean, do you have a lot of people watching? I mean, I'm not looking for notoriety or numbers, but I do want people to be able to watch the videos. I also want my guests to be able to express themselves freely. But the videos or the interviews are the purposes so that they can help other people. And I don't want to tell people how to be. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I guess there's got to be some kind of something you can read that explains what those rules are, and there's got to be something.
yeah, and I think also they said somebody told us that in the settings you can put not recommended for.
Yeah, not children.
Yeah, all my videos is family friendly as my stuff is. I never put it for children.
Yeah.
Just in case something happened. And I did in my live slip once, I think, and said the S word. I didn't actually say the whole word. I was with the Backwoods Mindset, and because he was talking about roller coasters, and I said, let's go on a roller coaster and see Backwoods Mindset himself.
At 12 Stones Ranch, but is Joe Rogan on YouTube? Or I know he's on Spotify, and I know that they can curse and you can say whatever.
Excuse me.
Is he on YouTube?
I think there are I could be wrong. It seems like I've heard this out of the corner of my ear or something, that if you have channels that are specific to certain types of, like, that are more adult related, you can do something in your settings or something. You won't know. It's something we'll have to look into.
Thanks, Drew's Lens. I appreciate that.
Because I've seen some pretty explicit things on YouTube that I would say shouldn't be there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate everybody's help. You guys have helped me a lot. I mean, I'm so used to being just on the internet radio, and I'm not familiar with all the rules. But I guess we'll see. You know.
Uh-oh.
Chair fell on me. Yeah, and these chats will be here later. When give it a day or two, and they'll all pop up again. You can read what the people said.
Yeah.
I always go through the chats later and read them if I didn't see them, obviously, in the actual live.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, stay online. This has been great. I love you guys. I enjoyed talking to you so much and hope to do more of it. It was a good live.
Thank you for having us.
A lot of energy in this conversation, and it was great.
I'm sorry I was a little bit silent tonight, but
you did good. You did great. In fact, it toned you down just enough.
Yeah, I'm not quite 100%. So
yeah, maybe 90%.
Yeah, probably more like 60.
Well, we're gonna go out together. You stay on the line, and I want to talk to you for a couple minutes.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I thank everybody for coming in. All these channels that haven't been in here all that much. And actually, Drew's been in here for the last few of them that I've had, and I appreciate it because he's been in it straight through.
Yeah.
And I hope he's enjoying his time with his girlfriend, Lindsay Scott. Remember her name? Remember her last name, Mike? Pooch.
Lindsay. Oh, no, I know now.
Now he knows.
Yeah, which I did. I
wish I had known these people as much as I do now when we were at shooting, because that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
And next year is going to be all the more fun because we actually know each other, or some sense of knowing each other. So thank you to my moderators for protecting my channel. And thank you to all that showed up. Mike, Pretty Pooch and I are on our way out. And have a good night. And thank you very much.
Good night, guys.
Appreciate it, everybody. Thank you. I just subscribe.